Hello.
Hello, cat.
All right.
Oh my goodness, so cute.
Okay, everyone. Hey, congratulations for your new series on Amazon Freevee, Casa Grande.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I do know 10 minutes is not enough, but let's talk about the series as much as I can. What do you guys think for this series? One of the most important things is the power over undocumented immigrants. Can anyone comment about that on the storyline as I take the cat out of this picture?
So my favorite thing about the show is that all of these people are just human beings trying to put food on their table for their family, trying to gain respect for their family. No matter who you are, where you come from, you know, you have this innate fight to be loved and to love and to be respected. And I think all of our characters have their own way of doing that. And regardless of who they are, where they come from, like I said, everyone just has a strength and the fight to survive. And that's what we see these characters do.
Anyone else?
I feel like Loren, you said something really fascinating. Loren said something about all the different multi-ethnicities that had been also represented. And Karen, you said something that was so crazy beautiful about what an immigrant actually brings versus what kind of is said about it.
So what I said before is, I think that what is amazing about Casa Grande and the leap of faith that the producers and writers and the director, Gabriela, took with all of us is putting an ensemble that reflects actually the Latino, Latinx, Latin experience, not just as a homogeneous group, but a multiracial, multicultural ensemble, because that's who we are. We don't come in one color, we don't come just from one country. And that was so beautiful about this project, just encountering all these people that really have different experiences of life that got here in a very different ways and circumstances, and how we created this world with their guidance, obviously, that allows Latino community being seen through a different lens that is not only the lens of victims, which is what Karen was saying.
Yeah, one of things that I have experienced is that usually, I even said it to myself many times till I reframe it for myself, that's often we come here with nothing, right? We don't speak the language, we don't have the money, we don't have the connections. And that's true, that's a reality for many of us. But at one point I needed to reframe that for myself in the sense of like, well, wait a minute, that's not true. It's not like I came here with nothing. I came here with a lot of cultural capital, a lot of passion, a lot of drive. Not anyone just start from scratch in another country. Like that takes some courage. So I think the reframing for all of us and understanding that, yes, we might come here with nothing in one aspect, but we come with so much. And we can give so much, you know, to the place that we call our home now, or our second home, or our first home, whatever you want to call it. But we bring a lot to the table.
Great. Well, one of the things I'm actually Zoom calling from Fresno, California, which is very interesting that your title song has something Fresno. And I used to own a 60-acre ranch myself, but I have to say my life is nothing near like Casa Grande. Any of you folks out there in this room have, you know, lived that farm life, and what was your experience like?
I didn't live on a farm per se, but my family had, I come from a few generations of California family that have equestrian background and 40 acres of ranch land. And it was always very important. We weren't nothing like the Clarkmans, but it was really important for my family to have a sense of pride in where you came from, and also to remember how much it's a collective, how much goes into the success of, you know, the machine and what makes it work there.
No one else?
I'm from,
Yeah, I came from a farm. I mean, I grew up on a ranch. My dad is a farmer in Iran. He's still a farmer in Iran. And, you know, this gig, part of this was actually shot at my 20-acre ranch in Petaluma. And we interviewed a lot of, Ava can speak to this better than I, but we interviewed a lot of farmers in Central California, of everybody from mayors and councilmen, landowners, all the way to people, workers that came here. So we really tried to get the authenticity of your area as well. You know, with like Mr. John Harris of Harris Ranch, Kerman, my character, an Iranian character, is actually based off Parviz, which is one of the big almond farmers, and took the American dream and, you know, made it a reality. But Ava, why don't you talk about the farming aspect of the truth of the farming of this?
yeah, I mean, my education on it started with the development of the show. So we were lucky enough to get to speak with many ranch hands, many farm owners, the local sheriffs, and how, you know, the mayor, like you said, just really getting an idea of the community and everybody who's a part of it. And I think it was an incredible experience to be able to hear from, especially the ranch hands and the landowners, and what, you know, they have gone through, what they have overcome, how grateful they are, the good, the bad, and the ugly, how they're able to provide for their families and raise their families in America and have a beautiful life. So it's kind of, you know, you could see the positives within those interviews, and I'm just excited to have our audiences get to see a perspective that isn't shown a lot.
I know Madison was going to jump in.
Well, I just was going to say, I'm stealing from James. Sorry, James. I think he was the first one to bring up that the land is a character. In fact, the land may be the lead of this show. And so the idea of that, like what land does and how impactful it is for the people who work it, the people who own it, people who trade on it, it is actually perhaps the lead.
And you know, something that nobody's ever touched on is just the name of the show, Casa Grande, big house. So many people, so many of us can live here. It's a big house.
Yes, I was going to say that the title, the house, is a metaphor for the search of the American dream, the search of success. And they're all fighting, you know, all the four families are fighting for this house. But to me, how I interpret is the Casa Grande is a metaphor of, you know, this chase of money that we believe will provide happiness, but not always it does. And how much are you willing to lose for this?
And I think that's a great way because it's open to interpretation, because other people could see the big house as a jail.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you very much for this conversation with us for Casa Grande. I can't wait to speak some of you individually about the project. And my cat bids farewell.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye, Kitty.
Bye.